Hello, Expandong. How you doing, dude?
Certainly those are the words of a hero. Let us unite our powers. Together, we are unstoppable.
Actually, your powers are kind of lame. You're pretty bad in combat, I'm just saying. Alright. Ah, my ear itches. Someone named Phil helped me $1 and says, PewDiePie got a $10,000 tip on his stream today. It's crazy. You do realize he probably gets, like, that kind of contribution, like, every single fucking stream, right? That guy, you know, exponential growth for how many years? Even if he's completely stagnated, people are just going to drop money in his lap for absolutely no reason. It just seems like that. Once you're at the very top of the YouTube world, or you're the very top of a streaming world, like, you're just there, you know? 1 million people will watch just because you're popular, not because you're putting out anything fun or entertaining, just because you're known to be popular. That's just this weird groupthink mentality, man. So there, you know, I seriously, like, people probably constantly, I would think the top streamers, the top content creators, just insane amounts of contributions every day, to the point where, you know, they probably can't even count it. All right, how do I get some flowers? Take that.
If I live, I fight.
Okay.
Very nice. Expandong, please understand, I'm not trying to talk shit about PewDiePie or anyone. What I'm saying is, there is this weird mentality on the internet that if something is popular, it's just popular, and people will watch it just because it's perceived as popular, and it just creates this endless reciprocation of popularity. Like, to the extent that I was popular, I was never even a fraction as popular as any of these top guys today, okay? But when I was at my most popular on YouTube, I could put out a playthrough of a boring-ass game that was a boring playthrough because I didn't interact with my audience back then. It was just me kind of like making stupid commentary. And I'll admit, there were playthroughs that were terrible, but they got tons of effing views on YouTube. Just because it was Phil playing a hot new game, it would just get views. You know what I mean? It was like, now I feel the people that are with me because I've been doing it for a long time and they like me as a person. They know that when they get that interactivity with me on a stream, it's going to be meaningful to them. But some of the crap I was doing, you know, 10 years ago, some games I was playing were boring or whatever, and here I am trying to fill the commentary, and I knew what I was putting out wasn't very good. Yeah, I would look on YouTube and the views would be like ridiculous. You know, we're talking, that was back when I used to get 20, 30, 40,000 views on a video for a crap game with me trying to make commentary over it that it's not very good, you know? Just because I was at the top of my popularity. And that's what I mean. Those people have gotten to a point where they're so high up, they could literally just sit there and stare at the camera and say nothing for 5 hours, and people would give them $10,000 tips. It's insane. It's insane, the mentality of the internet, that when something is popular, that it's just popular no matter what. It doesn't even have to have quality to it, it's just popular. Dr. Disrespect turned on a stream and never appeared on that stream and made like $300,000. You see, it's insanity, this human mentality of what popularity is on the internet. And I just don't get it, but I've also never been like that, you know? Oh my god, excuse me. So, alright, here's an honest question for everyone, okay? You guys know me as a person, you know what kind of a content creator I am. You know I'm an honest guy. You know that I've always been me of my content on my streams, right? I've never sold out, I never lied about anything, I never took a paid promotion that was a blatant advertisement. You know what I mean? Like, you know me as the honest guy. That's why I think people really like the stuff that I do. But that's also why I have such a small, dedicated audience, is because I was never a sellout. I was never the guy who had to jump with a gimmick. I never ever used a YouTube gimmick, right? I never used the fucking thumbnail with the crazy silly face, the clickbait titles. I never used any of that stuff, right? So here we go. Here's the idiots who are fucking insulting, so you can get the fuck out of here. Of course, no, I can't even click on the goddamn name. There we go. So, but here's the honest question, and this is honest for you. Do you guys think that who I am now, okay, to you personally, this is not a question about me and my well-being. This is a question for you guys, the viewers. Do you feel that who I am now is more meaningful to you because of what I've done and the choices I made over the years? Because I easily could have tried to ride every wave of YouTube popularity. I could have went on every gimmick. I could have tried to get every sponsorship, sold the hell out like a lot of content creators did over the years. I could have been a YouTube drama queen to get views over there. Then when I went live streaming, I immediately could have jumped on the bandwagon and become a cartoon character and acted a certain way and dressed a certain way in order to get those artificial views from kids and basically impressionable audiences and all of that, okay? At you, the viewers, right now, as few of them as they are right now on the stream, because I'm playing Fire Emblem, I probably have less than 200 viewers, I would guess, right now. Do you feel that it's meaningful, more meaningful to you, that I stayed true to who I was and I am who I am today, and the content I kind of put out now? Is that more meaningful to you, or do you honestly feel that if I had sold out and become the cartoon character, sponsored guy, big streamer, you know, stream is going so fast a mile a minute, there's no way I can interact with anyone, and blow up on YouTube to the point where every video gets so many views, there's no way I could read comments on them or anything? You see what I'm saying? Like, what do you think would have been more meaningful to you? And be honest. If you say, no, I think if you were bigger, it would be better, be honest. Or if it's like, nah, I like how it is now, be honest. I would like some honest feedback and honest response to that, okay? I'm not even getting many responses. I'm getting... Someone insulted me on the forums. What the fuck does that have to do with what we're talking about right now? I'll just play the game then. If people aren't going to pay attention, I'm just going to play the game. Well, Music Record said if you were bigger, I wouldn't be here because I would never get any interactions ever. Well, nitpicking and bias says I am a big streamer in regards to money I make and stuff. No. You guys have no concept. You really have no concept. You seriously have, I'm going to say this again. You seriously have no concept of how much money streamers make. If you think that I'm like a top paid streamer, you have no concept of how much money these fucking people are making. I mean that. I'm small potatoes. Very, very small potatoes compared to people who usually do this full time for a living. I don't know why you think I make a lot of money compared to other streamers. Maybe I make a lot of money compared to other jobs, but not compared to other full-time streamers, guys. You don't understand. See, here you go. Most of your viewers make pennies compared to you. What are you talking about? We're not talking about me compared to someone who's working an in-person retail job or a service job. You know, we're talking about streamers in particular. We're not, you think, why are you, what the hell does that have anything to do with what I just said? Oh my god. Well, I give up. I'm just gonna play the game. I thought I was gonna get like an intelligent answer, and instead I got stupidity, so I'm just gonna ignore it.
The very city that I once
forget it.
That is still a ways off. I will prepare for our journey to Alo.
Okay, well, I don't want any drills, I don't think, right? I'm just looking, he's looking for faith, so faith build. Sweaty Man JPEG Cheers, I'm glad you didn't sell out. I'm looking forward to the vest, glasses, and bubbles. That's not selling out. What the hell are you even talking about? Selling out would imply that I became a shill. That I was constantly taking sponsorships in. I was literally getting paid to do things, which I was offered many, many times over the years. Here's a game, just play it and say positive things about it and we'll pay you money. Like, I was offered many sponsorships, and usually it's indie games who would want something like that, and they were pretty lucrative, some of the offers I got over the years. I always turned them down. You guys notice I've never just dropped what I'm doing to play a random indie game to take a giant paycheck. While some streamers do that. You'll notice all of a sudden they're playing a game out of nowhere. Like, what the hell is this? I was offered many times over the years. I never once did it. Well, Fruke says, you're a gameplay maker machine. I don't know anyone who puts out that same volume of content that you do. Kubi Contract says, I like that you're a smaller streamer because it's more fun for the viewers that way, but obviously it would have been nice for me to make more money. And you know what? Admittedly, if I were in a situation like I used to be on YouTube where I made so much money that I was good, I would never ever have to talk about things like, oh, we have a tips goal. Oh, we have this going on. Instead, it would just be me playing games and enjoying myself. And that's how it kind of was back in the day with YouTube. Like I said, I was so popular, I could play a crap game put out subpar commentary and get giant views and make tons of money on it, so I didn't have to worry. There was no worries about anything, and it was a different time, you know? But then again, back then, the ad revenue was so insane on YouTube, it flew like a river, and like, it was just so different than how things are today. You know, today it's really about crowdfunding from viewers to keep yourself afloat as a content creator.
AOL, the Valley of Torment? What kind of a name for a place is that?
That's exactly what I said.
It sounds scary. Do I really have to go with you? Hey,
No, you can stay here.
Here's an idea. Maybe let the recluse stay home and hold the fort.
Wendy's Chili says, I like the current way that I do things now, but I admit I miss the non-PC Phil you used to be. You have the right to make any kind of jokes you want, not just get like roasted or in trouble because the left doesn't like the kind of jokes you do. Well, admittedly, and you guys know this, I'll say over the years I definitely feel that things have gotten way too strict and way too PC on the internet, to the point where, like, yeah, sometimes I have to completely scale back things that I would say or that I used to say, jokes wise. At the same time, admittedly, oh shit, I can finally fish. Dude, I can finally fish, I think, for the mysterious fish. Yeah, I can do it today. So I'm glad I saved my resources to do this. But anyway, at the same time, admittedly, I've grown as a person. I've been doing this for 12 years. I have changed completely as a person from who I used to be. I wouldn't still, today, even if I could easily say any word and anything that I wanted to say on a stream, I can tell you right now, I wouldn't make racist jokes, I wouldn't make sexual jokes, I would be done with that shit. I've grown past that stuff. You know what I mean? I don't need to do that.
All right,
to put out an
boys, prepare the
entertaining,
slave trade. We're
At one
selling
point,
right
I
off for
felt
profit.
like when I was new at this, I was trying to follow suit with other content creators I already knew from the internet, and I was like, I got to do the extreme all the time. And I don't have to do that anymore, and I'm happy about that. I'm honestly happy about that. You know what I mean? I don't have to be worried about, do I have to constantly fill every moment with some immature comment or something? It was fun to do while I did it, but I've grown out of it. I don't want to do that kind of content anymore. Okay. All right, nice. Sweaterman JPEG, I just literally said I'm not shitting on people at all. I didn't give a single criticism tonight to anyone. What I was saying is they got to where they are because of a certain way, and I'm not that way. And because of that, I'm way less popular than I probably could be. And I'm in a position right now that's very different than one that I could be. If I had followed along in the footsteps of how these guys acted and behaved and did their shit, I could have been the same way. I refused to do that. I had many opportunities seeing YouTube trends and things over the years, seeing Twitch trends, opportunities for selling out and being a shill. And I never did. I always said, no, fuck that. I feel I should be good enough, my own merits, my own personality, my own way of doing things to be popular. And if I'm not, oh well, then I'll fail being me rather than literally acting away to be a fucking fake and make money. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that other people who have been successful, that's wrong. Fine, you're right. If they're successful, they make more money, that'd be good for them. But that's not me. And that's what I mean when people are like, oh, you know, PewDiePie got a $10,000 tip. Is that a big... It's not a big deal. He will always be popular because he got a level of popularity where it doesn't matter what he does. He could fart in a paper bag and pop the bag on stream, and people will give him a $10,000 tip. You see, that's not quality content. Just he's popular, so give him money. Like, it's this weird internet mentality. I'm never going to be that level. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm jealous of that. I'm not. I get to sit here and have a fun stream with you guys, meaningful interactions, and have fun conversation. To me, that's like the height of what I want to do. Right now, I enjoy what I'm doing so much. I don't want this to ever change. Obviously, I want to be able to keep making a living doing it, but I love what I'm doing. I don't want to be a guy who cannot have any kind of a conversation or any kind of real interaction with someone on a stream because scroll. You know what I mean? Just crazy immature shit being tossed at the stream constantly. I would hate that. I would come to the stream and be like, oh yeah, I gotta go on fucking stream and deal with those people again. Seriously, that's how it would be for me. And I'm happy it's not like that. Alexander Rossi says, I should have sold out. Your financial troubles from 2016 to 2019 have hampered your content a ton. If you had taken a sellout route, we wouldn't have lost 3 years of happy, productive Phil. I mean, to some extent, you're right. But at the same time, I still wouldn't have been happy, productive Phil. Because you would have had sellout Phil. You would have had DSP, dark sellout Phil. Of complete, utter phony and fake on the streams. And someone who's not me. Someone who's just a character, for, you know? It would have been different, I'm telling you. Yes, Gorilla X Pimp, you can't say any of those words, and you probably shouldn't say those either. Okay. Sweaty Man JPEG, I don't know what you're talking about now. I'm not pushing back and changing any words. What are you talking? All right, you're being a fucking idiot.
Gotta clean up the storerooms.
You're being a
tend the
complete
flowers,
idiot.
Do the washing, dust the library.
Let's see here. Nitpicking and biased, boy, you still don't understand what I'm saying. You still have no concept of what I'm saying, so there's no point in even addressing what you're saying anymore. Like, seriously, you are taking what I'm saying and spinning it in a negative way because you want to, so there's no point in even, like, responding to your messages anymore tonight, because all you're going to do is be negative, so I'm just going to stop talking to you. Cousins Ventured, he says, people who actually don't even like gaming watch Dr. Disrespect because they find him entertaining and funny. That's right. They're not watching him for watching video games, they're watching him because he's a cartoon character, and they find that cartoon character funny. That's okay, fair enough. So you literally kind of supported what I'm saying here. I always wanted to be the genuine guy. I'm just a normal guy, a genuine guy, playing games, sharing my opinions, having a good time with you guys. That's all I've ever been, that's all I ever want to be. On any one of my nights of streaming, that's all I'm ever aspired to be. I don't aspire to be some larger-than-life cartoon character that you tune in to watch the Dr. Disrespect show every night. It's very different. It's a very different kind of product, right? Apparently there's ridiculous amounts of people with ridiculous amounts of money who want to see his cartoon character product, and they can go watch it if they want. I'm okay with that. I don't understand why you think that one's bad and one's good. What I was asking was, do you guys think that I would have been better off, or do you guys think my content would have been better if I was a fake? And then ended up being more popular, you know? That was my question. Poofster Chitty said, well, selling out may have gotten you some short-term cash. You think in the long term being honest was much better? Let me put it this way. I totally feel that what I do every day is meaningful. People tell me every day in personal messages, thank you so much for what you're doing. You're a very positive enforcement on our lives. Like, you're a real positive influence, and your story is an inspiration. And we love the fact that you are who you are, and it's meaningful to us, you know? I get those messages every day. So every day I can sleep well at night knowing that what I've done at least had positive meaning to some people on the internet, and it's not just some asshole on the internet wasting time, you know what I mean? So I'm okay with that. I mean, admittedly, would I like to be in a better financial situation? Fuck yes. Would I like to not have the woes that I had of the past 3+ years? Hell yes. But at least I'm okay with who I am and the content I'm putting out now, you know? It's a very different situation than if I've been putting out trash content and I get burnt out just because I'm popular, but I hate who I am and what I'm doing. You see what I'm saying? Let's see here. Only Iced Coffee Cheer said, I know I've said it before, one thing that I appreciate about you and your stream is that you're not playing a character like some of the other cartoon live streamers. Not gonna name any names, but I appreciate how genuine you are. Thank you. Funny Mirrors to me, $1.30 said, are you any good at chess? Thanks for the stream, love to see you online. At one point, I played chess a good amount when I was in high school, and, you know, I liked it a lot. I couldn't tell you if I was any good. At this point, I haven't played chess in 20 years, so I probably would suck ass at it. Scarlett tipped me $1, said, I bet these giant streamers don't even know a single person who supports them via tipping or otherwise. It's just another person giving them money, so there's no interpersonal relation between the streamer and the fans, and you're not that way, and I like that. I appreciate that you're saying that, because that's what I strive for. I strive to have real interactions with you guys, so, you know who you are, have fun with you, have conversation with you. Not just I put on a stream to make a paycheck. Oh, look, I hit my tip skill, turn the stream off, right? It's not like that for me. So I'm happy that you guys feel that way and you're telling me that, because that's the kind of feedback that I was hoping for, okay?
I never do get used to the sight of blood.
Nice. Skill level B. Okay. So here we go again. Sweaty Man JPEG basically did a 100-bit cheer and said, well, you're insulting Dr. Disrespect because you called him a cartoon character. Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You just literally said cartoon characters are a negative association. Who said that? I watched cartoons my whole life, right? I like cartoons. I can understand why some people want to watch a comedic or over-the-top crazy character. They find that entertaining. But I've been there, done that in my life. I don't sit around watching cartoons all day anymore, you know? Maybe there's people who like that, and that's why Dr. Disrespect is he is their cartoon, right? There's nothing wrong with that. I didn't say there was anything wrong with that. I said that that's not me, and I wanted to put out genuine content. How is me saying I wanted to do something different than be an act or a fake for popularity a negative against someone who does that. It's not. Listen, Dr. Disrespect obviously found a way to become insanely popular based on a character, right? What's wrong with that? Nothing. But what the hell does that have to do with me saying I don't want to do that? Just because I don't want to do something doesn't mean that it's 100% negative, because it's just not me. It's not. I would not feel right doing that. It wouldn't feel like a meaningful stream. If right now, every stream I put on glasses and hair and a big outfit, and all right, everyone, yeah, I'm a 1980s hero and I'm going to play a game now. Oh, look at that. Oh, and I'm acting over the top, you know? That's not fun. For one stream of dicking around, maybe, right? But that's not who I would want to be permanently, you know? I just don't understand that. Like, but if someone else wants to do that, that's okay. Just because I don't like something doesn't mean you don't have the right to like it. And it also doesn't mean that someone else might not find it fun or popular. And it doesn't mean that it's wrong. Why do people, again, you know what this really comes down to? Everything's black and white in the minds of simpletons. It's that simple. Everything's black and white. If you're a simpleton and you have the mind of a child, an immature mind, you think this is right, this is wrong, there's no in between, right? I am mature enough to understand that there are things that I don't like and I don't want to be, but it's perfectly fine to be them and be successful doing that, okay? I'm happy that I'm me and I'm still successful, okay? And then, of course, the shitheads will come and say, oh, you're not successful. Okay, fuck off. Yes, I am. This is my job and I've been able to do it for 12 years now. But the point I'm making is, it's not black and white. Someone else can be that and be successful. I don't have to be that. So when someone comes on my stream and says, oh, very popular streamer got a $10,000 tip tonight, and what does that have to do with me? Obviously, you're trying to make me feel bad by saying something like that. Why? Why would I feel bad? I put out a genuine stream. I had fun tonight. I interacted with you guys. We had a good time, right? That's all I care about. That's the only reason I ever sat down in front of a camera and recorded my screen to begin with, was to put out something that was genuine and fun. So I'm okay with that. Let them make their money. Let them be characters. Let them be over the top, you know, crazy personalities. And me, I'll be me. And we can agree to disagree on what's popular. Well, excuse me, what's good. If you like that, fine. That doesn't mean that I'm hating on them, I'm saying they're bad. Calling Dr. Disrespect a cartoon character because he acts like a cartoon character isn't an insult. It's an observation of fact. And it's okay if you like that content. Why I have to elaborate on this on my stream is ludicrous. You should be mature enough in your mind to understand that the world's not black and white. And just because I don't want to do something doesn't mean it's bad. Oh my God. RPG fan, no, my streams are nothing, not even close to being like one of their streams. I dare you to go watch one of those streams and come over here and tell me it's the same content. You're out of your fucking mind. Nothing. If you're actually saying that, you're just fucking stupid. I'm sorry. Cousin Sven, what is me getting a random controller for the Nintendo Switch, like the first sponsorship that I got in years? What does that have to do with comparing to them, who get constant sponsorships and tons of money? Like, what are you talking? Again, it's like you guys are like literally trying to nitpick stupid little things that don't prove a point to try to, like, this is, like, here's the oddball weirdo thing that's not a commonplace with you, Phil, but it happened to you. It's like when people say, but you got Fallout 4 for free 7 years ago, Phil. Yeah, so in my 12 years, I got 5 sponsorships, right? That weren't money or nothing. It was just an opportunity for me to try out a controller or play a game. So what the fuck are you talking about? You have no point. You're just being stupid. Like, literally, people are distracting me now from having a good stream and playing a game with stupid shit. So, here we go. Cousins Van, Sweaty Man JPEG, RPG fan. I could have just banned you immediately and said, why am I bothering my time with idiots? Instead, I'm trying to be nice and, like, you know, even-minded here. But, you see, now we're just going toward the realm of idiots who just want to attack me for the sake of attacking me. It's fucking stupidity. See, here we go. Yeah, so this guy wants to be banned. He actually asked for a ban after insulting me all night. Okay, you can take it. You can take your ban. You're a complete idiot. What it is, here's the truth of what's going on with me over the years, okay? You will literally say something about me as a criticism, and I'll say, okay, I accept your criticism. Here's how I feel about it. And people will be like, well, because Phil didn't 100% agree with us, he dismissed our criticism. That's not true. When you give me a criticism, I'll take it to heart. And you've seen a lot of things I've done over the years. I've changed, okay, as a way of directly responding to criticisms that I've got from you guys. So understand that even if it's not an immediate change, I do take that stuff to heart, and I do my best to try to become better every single day because of the things that you tell me to improve upon. But when in 12 years, 12 effing years, I've maybe gotten sponsored 5 times. One of them recently was a controller I got in like March or April. One of them was when I got Fallout 4 for free, what, 5 years ago, you know? Oh, but you take sponsorships, Phil, don't you see? What? I took 5 of them in 12 years. How is that representative of being something that's, oh, you're being hypocritical right now? It's not. You're just an idiot for even fucking saying it. Like, you see what I mean? But this is what people do, is they take this one little example out of this giant body of stuff that I've done. How many videos, how many years of work? Oh, but here's one tiny example of something that's controversial or contradictory to what you're saying right now. So it just completely does away with anything that you're saying right now. You're in the wrong. And it's like people go out of their way to try to make me look like I'm wrong constantly, even though it's them who's stupid. But they have this crazy groupthink mentality that Phil's always wrong. Phil only does crappy stuff. Phil doesn't put effort into his work. Phil's this, Phil's that. It's all these negative associations with me, right? That are these groupthink thoughts that just because you say, oh, see, he said something negative about Phil, it's true, haha. See that? Like, but no, I just disproved it. I literally just showed, okay, 5 times in 12 years does not make you have a case against me, yet you act like it does, and now there's idiots behind the scenes laughing at it. Ha, he has a point, ha, ha, ha. You're all idiots. You see, why am I gonna waste time with these fucking people? Like, literally, here's what I should do. I should see when a dumb comment is made like that and just ban. Because that's probably what most viewers do. They ignore it or they ban. But I'm trying to be a personable guy with interactions with my viewing audience, and it seems like I'm wasting my time with these fucking people who are trying to derail the stream tonight, right? Just stupidity. Well, you're right, Alexander Rossi. This is correct. He says 2014 DSP would have considered accepting tips and cheers and reading them on stream as selling out. It's a matter of personal perspective. I don't... Not scrolled off the screen. He says, I don't think it's a matter of... I think it's a matter of personal perspective. I don't think playing a character is selling out personally. And that's your perspective. From my perspective, it would be. That I wouldn't be a genuine person if I was pretending to be an over-the-top cartoon character, that wouldn't be me, and I wouldn't want to put out fake content, because that's what I cherish as real content. You see what I'm saying? And I understand, maybe you say it's okay, that's fine. And I respect that. That's why I'm not going to sit here and hate on someone like that. But you're also right. 2014 DSP would have made fun of and derided someone who does shoutouts and talks to people on a stream and does shoutouts for contributions. Also, 2014 DSP was an incredibly ignorant moron. Like, I was dumb back then. I didn't take any open criticisms. I thought that my shit didn't stink. I didn't want to listen to suggestions for improvement. You know, look how long it took for me to go direct capture, right? Like, I openly admit, I look back now at how I was 6 years ago, and I'm like, that was a stupid mentality to have, and I was a moron back then, right? Because I've changed, I've grown. I agree with you that old DSP was a moron. I didn't recognize the trends. I didn't see the writing on the wall that things was changing on YouTube, and because of that, that was a big reason why I ended up in the situation that I was in, right? So there you go. So let's keep going, guys. I got a lot of shout outs to do, so I can't play the game. Only Iced Coffee cheered, said, now people are saying you putting on a vest in celebration, and sometimes if I just blow bubbles to be silly on the stream is like a cartoon. I disagree with that. Hold on. There are rewards to hitting a milestone on the stream and not part of a character that you play like Ninja or Doc. Right. I put on a vest and it's the same stream. Just because I'm putting on a vest didn't change me into a character that changes me into someone different who I'm not. The bubble thing has nothing to even do with anything. I'm just doing it for fun. Because a week ago, I was blowing bubbles in Animal Crossing. I said, oh, I have real bubbles. So I just started every once in a while just doing it for silly fun on the stream. I think bubbles are actually fun. So because I think something's genuinely fun, I blow bubbles. And so, oh, he's a cartoon character. What? Because I did this, I'm a cartoon character now. Oh, okay. Whatever you say. So literally anything I do on stream, then I guess I'm a cartoon character, right? You're out of your mind. You're so stupid, man. Let's see here. Sweaty Man JPEG, listen, you can have that opinion. You could think that I look down on people bigger than me. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I don't like that quality content, that quality of content. I think that what I do is more meaningful, therefore I'm gonna be me. If you think I'm talking down to them, that's on you. I'm telling you right now, I'm not. More power to people like Ninja and Dr. Disrespect and Pewdiepie who can portray a character and get popular with a widespread audience. Let them do whatever they want, but that audience is not my audience. Okay? Poopster cheered. He said, you could cure cancer, people would still complain that it took you 35 years to do it. There you go. Okay. Well, Sweaty Man JPEG cheered and said, can you blow bubbles? I already did. Foxy Senko did 100 bit cheers. Says, if I were you, I would have faked it and taken any offers that you got. Sometimes you don't like your job, but it's needed to survive and support loved ones. You could have been in a position you are now and financially stable. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel personally. By the way, I'm out of water. I'm going to have to get more. I feel personally that if I had literally just sold out constantly, I got all these offers back in the day, try out this controller, play this indie game for a paycheck, do this for a paycheck. If I had done that, I would have just become a constant shill. Like, there's streamers right now who are very popular. And by the way, these aren't any of the streamers I mentioned tonight. There are streamers who literally every day they're playing a new game. You're like, what are they doing that for? They're literally getting paid every day by a company to play a game just because of the reach they have. And a lot of the times they're not even allowed to criticize the game or be honest about the game. They just play the game for a paycheck. That's it. That's all they do. They literally turn on a stream, play a game, receive a paycheck, turn the stream off. There's no genuineness to their content. That's not who I want to be. I'm playing Fire Emblem right now with less than 200 viewers, right? Because this is a game people wanted to see me play. They asked me to play it for a year. I tried it. I genuinely like the game and I want to keep playing it. Not because I'm getting paid to do it. You see? That's different to me. Like, that's who I am. That's why, even though you say I would have been better off accepting the paycheck, financially, yes, but in the inside, no. More than likely, I would have hated who I am and hated myself and never had it. The kind of, like, this conversation we're having right now never would have transpired if that's the kind of content creator that I was, you know? Well, mature adults talking about shitting again. Great. J Hale tipped me $25. Said, fuck him, Phil. Thank you, J Hale, for a $25 tip. I appreciate that. That's the biggest tip of the night. Let's get that up there. So we are up to $53 in tips so far tonight. Thank you, everybody. Poopster cheered and said, I appreciate your ability to change and admit your wrongdoings. It really takes a lot of guts to do that on the internet. Listen, and the thing is, it took me a long time. It took me a real long time to stop being so defensive and realizing how badly I was doing things. But after listening to your feedback for many years and looking back at the old me and saying, oh my God, like, I was just so obstinate. I was like talking to a brick wall, right? My shit did stink and I didn't ever want to improve. And I would criticize and constantly take like backhanded stabs at other content creators. Like, you're right. In 2014, I would have said, wow, that content creator tonight had to do an interactive stream where they just basically talked to people all night instead of putting out gameplay. And they gave shout outs every single time. What a slave to the people who are contributing. I would never want to be like that. And admittedly, back then, that was my mentality, was I was a YouTuber. I made enough ad revenue that I didn't have to do those kind of things. But now that I do them, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, does it take away? Look, I barely played the game tonight. And people will complain that tonight they didn't get gameplay of Fire Emblem because I talked to you guys, right? I know that they will. But at the same time, having a meaningful conversation with my audience like this is only possible if I have an interactive stream where I'm directly interacting with you guys and saying thank you for your contributions, right? So the old content I used to put out was different and got stale. So I needed to change to become someone who had more meaningful content, and I feel that I do now. So 2014 Phil, at that time, thought he was right because he was so head up in the clouds, surrounded by money out the ass with ad revenue on YouTube, that he never even bothered to peek down through the clouds at reality and say, oh look, there's actually meaningful stuff down there that I'm missing out on because I'm an idiot, and instead of looking and being proactive, I'm just gonna be a moron and sit up here until, uh-oh, the clouds cleared up and I fell down and crashed to earth, right? That's what happened. But I'm able to look back at my old self and say I was wrong and admit when I was stupid and change for the better. And that's what I'm trying to do every day, is try to like show you guys that I've really made an effort to change and be a better content creator for you, because I feel that I know back then I was being stupid. Okay. Dick Dickerson sent me $1.30. He said, he just said a bunch of stuff that I'm not even gonna read. It's not even English. Seriously. You gotta work on that. I can't even understand a word you just said. Zelda Minis just cheered and said, I appreciate your realness and genuine reactions. Thank you. Zenith tipped $2. He said, you can't be personable with trolls. Even now, they're totally derailing the stream into gameplay. You can find the cure to all diseases tomorrow, and these people will still find a reason to hate you every single day. Hey, you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. I'm not gonna argue that or debate. I think you're correct. Lawler Mittens did 100-bit chance that PewDiePie hasn't portrayed a character in years. He's moved into more comedy than doing over-the-top reactions. I don't think it's fair to compare him with Dr. Disrespect, who has become successful because of his fake persona. It's cool. It took him 10 years to become successful. It wasn't overnight. Fair enough. I don't watch PewDiePie, but we all know that PewDiePie started out like that. Like, that's how he got popular. And then after having a giant audience from being a character, now he's able to change it up. I guess that's a good thing, right? But fair enough, he didn't become popular overnight being himself. He was a character first, which is the point that I was making here, that's not what I want to become, okay? Mature Adult cheered and said, is this a gaming stream or a whining and complaining stream? It seems like some people had honest feedback for me, which was nice, and some people just wanted to whine and complain, and actually, one of them actually asked to get banned. Actually outright asked to get banned because they were so stupid. Alvin Aponte tipped $3.35 to keep doing you. What I like is your honesty. Most people forget the positivity that you bring. You know, I appreciate that people every day tell me that, again, there's meaning to what I do. It's not just me playing a game and dicking around, you know, that they actually get meaningful stuff out of that, you know what I mean? All right, my mouth is dry, dude. I have to fill my thermos. Give me a second to fill up water, and then we'll actually come back and we'll actually do some gameplay for the second hour, since now we've literally talked for about half an hour straight about this topic, okay? Okay.